So my name is Brenda Martinson, and I'm a junior here at Minnesota State University. Throughout my life, I've really struggled with people pleasing, and that started at a very young age. And when I was little, I grew up and I went to church, but I didn't really know what it meant to have a relationship with Christ. Never really understood how it was personal, and I just went basically to please my parents and because that's what I thought a good person was supposed to do. It was really hard for me to understand what it meant to not be bound by pleasing other people. I think in the back of my mind I was always asking, am I good enough? Am I a good enough person? How are other people seeing me right now? Am I pretty enough? Why don't guys like me? Am I a good athlete? Am I good at music? Am I good enough at this? And it was really just empty, and it left me unfulfilled a lot of the time because sometimes the answer was yes or you're okay, but sometimes the answer was no. And so I did a lot of comparing, which was hard, and I'd never realized it until I went to a conference in Denver, Acquire the Fire, and it was a really awesome conference. Before going, I wrote out on this card that I wanted to feel God or know God, but I still didn't know what that was going to look like. So I got there, and immediately I was watching what everyone else was doing and saying, you know, what am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to put my hands up? Am I supposed to just stand here and sing or close my eyes? And then finally it just clicked, and it made so much sense. I was just watching to see what everyone else was doing, and that's why I couldn't feel God. And so right then and there I said, I don't care what anyone else thinks. And I closed my eyes and lifted my hands, and I started bawling, and I felt the presence of God right then and there. And there's nothing that's been more powerful throughout my whole life than that moment. And it was really awesome, and I prayed to receive Christ that night with some of my friends and people that I knew there. And from then on, I woke up every morning saying, I'm going to experience God today. How can I please the Lord? How can I do His will and live that out and just be joyful in that? I would love to say that it's always been really easy after that day, but it hasn't been. I still struggle a lot with people pleasing, asking, you know, am I good enough? Am I doing a good job? And if I ever screw up, I feel really bad about it. So it's not that I never struggle with those thoughts anymore or those things anymore, but I'm free from them because Jesus has taken all that away.